Welcome back to Chaotic Nerdtral. On this week's episode, we're going to talk about video game movies and whether they should exist. I'm Sarah.
I'm still alive, and I'm Sam.
I exist. I'm Shayna.
And I'm Jenny.
All right, so video game movies have a very checkered past.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say they've only recently become something even halfway respected.
I feel like, though, like, you have to, going into a video game movie, you have to know it's gonna suck, but just, you need to just enjoy it because it's, you know, your video game that made...
Just go in saying, I'm gonna have a bad
but, like,
time.
just know it's not gonna be great, but you're still gonna, you know, enjoy it or whatever.
Well, not every movie adaptation can be Lord of the Rings, you know, and, like, that can't be everything, but, like, some games have so much material that it is, like, an epic.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, well, we can't really make all these movies, so we just can only make one, so we have to try and figure out what story would catch people who don't know anything about this, and we need to change the story a little bit. Resident Evil, which sucks. Though they are redoing Resident Evil now. They're making a new movie, which I'm excited about.
Does it still have that one lady in it?
No.
'Cause I hate her. I'm sorry, like, if I'm offending anybody, but I really don't like her. What is that?
Mila Jokovic?
The leading lady of every, like, C-tier
No, the leading lady of literally every video
it.
game movie. She was in Monster Hunter. She was in Resident Evil.
She's awful.
I like
She's
her.
Lulu Dallas.
I just don't like Resident Evil.
Wait, are we talking Lulu Dallas Multipass?
Yes.
Is that who we're...
Yeah.
I like her in some stuff.
I didn't even realize that was the same person.
Yeah.
Okay, she's fine in that movie. That's her one exception. After that, garbage. Every time I see her on the cover, if I see her on the cover, I'm like, oh, that's trash.
Wasn't she also Blood Rain?
Was she?
Oh, shit.
Maybe.
I never saw Blood Rain.
You guys talk. I'm gonna look.
The only thing I know from Blood Rain is there's a sex scene, apparently, which is really crazy. Like, apparently there's, like, bars or something, and they're standing up. I don't know. We were what? We were, like, in high school when Blood Rain came out?
Oh, no, that was Kristanna Loken. Sorry, my bad.
I have no idea who that is.
You know what, though? That was also a U-Bowl movie.
A what?
U-Bowl? Are you familiar with U-Bowl? He's the one who originally, he capitalized on making shitty video game movies. Let's look at his roster here.
Did he do, like, Alone in the Dark?
He made Alone in the Dark. He made Blood Rain.
Okay, no, I know who, I know who he is then, okay.
He made Far Cry.
Far
Rampage.
Cry.
Is this the Rampage? No, what is this? This is...
Oh
No.
Freaking...
No, this is like a war movie. No.
Oh. Did he make, Doom?
Did he make Doom? Doom was really bad. Doom might be the worst one I've ever seen. Do you remember in Doom the episode where they cut to like the first person view and the Doom music starts playing?
I hate that. I hate that. I blacked that out of my memory. I forgot that existed.
God.
See, that made it for some people when they watched it.
They're so bad though, but I would totally watch them again and be just fine with it. I don't know.
I guess that's what we should talk about is video game movies have always occupied this little space in time where you go to see them because you like the game and you're going to be okay with it being cheesy. But, in order to be a successful movie, you have to appeal to more than just, this game's little audience.
Yes.
And I feel like some movies try, and they fail to appeal to a new audience, and then they also alienate the audience of the fans of the game because they change shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They double fail.
Yeah.
Well, it's the fine line between cheese and cringe, where you gotta find the happy medium, and it's
because,
really
like I said, there's some movies which I know are bad and cheesy that I love, and then there's other ones that I'm just like, no, you diverge from the video game so much. This is just a shitty movie, and it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, and then there's the ones that they make literally for the general public, just using the game plot as kind of like a base, which
they did with Street Fighter.
Did they? I never saw that one.
Okay, so I'm gonna just talk about Street Fighter first because I was planning on rewatching these movies and I'm like, oh wait, I don't have time. So I decided, you know what, let's watch Street Fighter because I know this was bad, but I liked it as a kid. And now, oh my god, it's so bad. So it doesn't even like follow the plot of Street Fighter. It does like its own thing where it, my first thought was like, what the fuck is even happening right now? It's pretty much like some like the UN, which Guile is apparently in, has to stop what's his face, Bison, who's like in a like, I don't know what, like a communist dictatorship Asian country. It's just, it gets super.
Wait, to be clear, we're doing 1994 Street Fighter, right?
Yeah, it's just
Van Damme and
Van Damme.
it's just it's so bad, and it's just like, it's like,
yeah, we all know that's unrealistic because the UN doesn't do anything.
they didn't do much besides get captured and died, and then like the Street Fighter character saved. But like,
did they at least have guns? Did they at least like attempt to fight people?
with their bodies, they fought them with their bodies.
Better than nothing. Better than like a peacekeeping helmet.
I think the original Street Fighter, like the storyline of the video game, is just people go to fight, and that's
like a tournament, right?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
it's kind of like Mortal Kombat, and then the whole point of it for a lot of things is it's just like, okay, we're just gonna go and try to prove our worth. So the Street Fighter movie was like, okay, we need to do something else here.
Well, and didn't they make like Chun-Li like a reporter?
Yeah, she was a reporter.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, Asian reporter. Yep,
No.
super stereotypy. Yes.
No.
And then Ken and Ryu were like
they were like shisty, like black market
like
dealers.
gambling?
Yeah, which yes,
yeah,
it was just
it
so
was
weird. And then there was Guile, who is Van Damme. Just
which Van Damme's the all-American boy. So
and that's the thing. Like UN, they were all like bleach blonde, wearing these like blue. Yes,
That's
it was
hilarious.
Just so bad. I'm like, no, this is actually really bad. And I'm really sad because I think this was like one of Raul Julia's. I don't know if you know who he is. He's played like Gomez in Addams Family. He was Bison.
Oh, okay.
I really love him.
Okay.
Sadly, I think this was
him.
like one of his last movies before he died.
Oh no.
And I'm like, what made you want to do this movie?
That's unfortunate.
I don't know if it's probably because I think, did this come out after Mortal Kombat? Probably, because I feel like Mortal Kombat probably made this able to happen, because otherwise it was just so bad. And then what's his name, the green guy, is it Blanca? Yeah. Oh
yeah,
they literally, it looks like they just glued like a shitty orange wig on this guy.
Oh
and
no.
it's so bad. It's so bad. And the acting is so bad.
I like it.
And what's funny too is like the plot doesn't make sense because everyone like hates each other, then all of a sudden they're all friends and are fighting Bison. But there's like no kind of rhyme or reason as to why they're suddenly all friends again.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
So it's really good plot.
Yeah.
Is what I heard.
90s perfection.
I've never seen it. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea when it came out.
But yeah, I just kept writing like, what is even happening? I don't understand.
I love that.
Jenny's annotations are just like question mark.
I don't take good notes, but just like,
I'm sorry we sent you on a mission for your childhood to die.
Oh.
Yeah. She revisited it and was just like traumatized.
I remember really liking it.
Sometimes you can't.
Well, I mean, I liked Mortal Kombat as a child, and I still like Mortal Kombat. That one held up to me, so I don't know. Street Fighter's just bad.
Are you talking about the new Mortal Kombat that just
They
came
both
out?
hold up. The new and the old. Yeah.
Oh my god. I hated the new one. I'm so sorry. I don't think I saw the old one, but I don't know. I've also never been a huge, like, I play Mortal Kombat, like, occasionally, but I'm not, like, a huge Mortal Kombat
Here's my question.
So.
Do you feel like, Sam, do you feel like the reason why you struggle with, like, a movie adaptation like Mortal Kombat is because the Mortal Kombat games in and of themselves are not very plot sophisticated, and then they're trying to, like, just make that into a movie without, like, a really good story to back it up?
There's a lot of plot, though.
But not surface plot, right? Plot that you have to dig into.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
well,
I didn't really like it.
It depends, because like the newer games,
it was kind of like, oh, they need to fight.
Because the newer games, there's definitely plot, and you get like a whole story leading up to
big
what's going on. Stuff? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, they try to change it now, right?
Well, and that's the thing, is like a lot of the games too, even though it's like a fighting game, you're still fighting through the story. and it's like your character's story, and you're like learning more, and you do each one to kind of unlock the stories for everyone else, but there is like a general story in all of them.
I guess for me, like even in Mortal Kombat, but this goes for anything else. Like I'm not a huge fan of Mortal Kombat, but I love Soul Calibur for example, and it's like the same idea where they have like, you know, they do have a story, but yeah, I don't think I'm ever as invested. So maybe that's why for me, like, I still have a hard time, even though there is, like, a story that they're trying to translate to film, and, like, it works, because if you like that story in the game, then you'll like it. I don't think I would, the same thing, like, I don't think I would like a Soul Calibur movie either. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's not my type of thing. It just doesn't work for me, I liked, personally.
Like, so, like, growing up, I liked the original Mortal Kombat. I thought it was really good, because the original games were not that great either. I mean they were good, but like they had like 5 characters, like that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by the time this movie came out, they didn't have like tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of characters, and so you know there wasn't much to expect from it, and it was good. It was like a good campy movie. One of my favorite parts, I think it's like Reptile, he's being like punched through a wall, and as he's going over the wall you can totally see, I think his shoes say Nike on them, and it's good to know that Reptile shops in the Outer Worlds or whatever.
I like that.
But yeah, I don't know, I like the old movie because it was really straightforward. It didn't really stray too much from the story. It was pretty like, this is Mortal Kombat, this is what it is. Had literally the best video game soundtrack ever. Nobody can ever do a better video game soundtrack, and I like that they included it in the new Mortal Kombat too. It was so good. Like, it was just my jam growing up, and I hear it again. My head's just like, yeah, that's my jam. I like that. And
but yeah, it's just like the same thing. I think it's like I play a fighting game for a specific reason, and I don't think it's the narrative. I guess. Yeah,
I feel like when you're really going through it, like you're hopping battle to battle, and you get the little in-between, like, tastes of it, but I just don't feel like they have to go through it so fast in a fighting game that I just don't feel like I really can sink my teeth into the plot of a fighting game.
That's true.
Well, and it depends on how you play it, too. Do you play it on a console at home, or do you have, like, a big arcade
because
that you were
with Mortal Kombat, you have different options of how you can play it, so if you want to be more story-driven, you can get more of the story. They've kind of hatched it out that way.
Yeah.
But what I like, though, is, I mean, in the only thing lacking from the original movie is they didn't really have a whole lot of fatalities, where that's why I kind of like the new movie, is they added more fatalities and gore in it. Which I really liked.
Those were
the
funny.
Only thing I didn't like about the new movie is I don't understand the Cole character. Like, I get it, but and his stupid superpower. Oh, I have a shiny hard suit. Like, that's so stupid. But
wait, what?
I forgot that they just inserted a new playable character.
Yeah, because what is he? Because I'm trying to remember, because I've only seen the movie once. He's Scorpion's like family, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Scorpion, who is like super fucking
like he inherited
ninja
his
badass, he inherited a really fancy strong suit. So it was like the movie itself, awesome idea. The graphics were so cool. A lot of the characters I thought were decent, but then there's Cole with his strong suit, who's going to save the day from Goro, like, with your suit. So that was weird to me.
I will say that they did try, though. They did a pretty good job.
I do not think it was that bad of a movie. If they do another one, I would totally watch it. I liked it. It was just, that was a weird plot twist for me. But the whole Scorpion Sub-Zero, you could do an entire series on them, and I would be so for it.
I will give it, there was stuff about them that was interesting.
Their backstory in all the games is so good, and I think they really should do something where they just focus on them, because it is so good.
Well, and I feel like with adapting a video game to a movie, it's rough putting it in a movie format. Like, you gotta include, you know, like when you're going through a game, you get, you know, some context depending like on how you do it. Like, a book opens and you get a story or a flashback or whatever, and it's kind of hard to like make all of that work on the screen and get all the information across that you need to. to get the full impact, and I feel like that's kind of where a lot of it struggles.
Have you seen the Warcraft movie, Shayna?
The Warcraft one, yeah, we own it, and I like it.
I liked it, yeah. Which, by the way, still fuck Blizzard. I'm gonna say that right now. I still have not played WoW. Fuck them in the ass. They can go fuck themselves.
I threw up at that latest
news.
About
the breast milk or whatever being stolen.
So yeah, I didn't hear about this. What is this?
Yeah, so some man was drinking his female coworker's breast milk from the fucking bridge.
What an asshole.
Like, on purpose?
And the CEO and all his fucking friends need to step down, because I am not going to play it until they have, like, a whole new change in roster of who's running the show, because it's so disgusting, like, everything that went on there, so...
I seriously almost, like, vomited. Like, I felt
and then, sorry, we have to take a detour, because then, did you hear about the newest book that came out? So you can tell, like Blizzard is, in, like, World of Warcraft especially, they're just losing their fucking minds and just don't give a fuck anymore about content, because not only was Shadowlands bad, but so sorry, I have to just, like, go through this. Yeah, so World of Warcraft, they always, like, release these books, kind of explain the lore, which are really good. And, I think it was last year they released one called Exploring Azeroth, the Eastern Kingdoms, and this year it's supposed to be Kalimdor. So fucking racist and bad. So it says it's, like, written by Blizzard. So the Dark Portal happens, like, they put it in as it occurring 10,000 years before it actually even happens. The orcs and shit, and the what is it, the goblins, they treat them like secondhand citizens, and, like, oh, the orcs or the goblins are just, like, all about money, like, just, like, where the fuck is this even coming from? Like, that's not even, like, in the game. And there's, like, so many, there's just so many things that are incorrect in it. It's like, whoever wrote this apparently was, like, super racist and just, I don't give a fuck, and they just decided to sell it, so now they have to, take it back and redo it. So I'm just like, World of Warcraft Blizzard, they're just losing their fucking minds. They just don't give a fuck anymore.
It seems like it's on fire, and
they need to clean the house. They need to clean the house, because now you've got the super racist book with super racist stereotypes, and it's just, fuck you guys. Like, what the fuck? It's like, you had something really good, and it's like, let's just set it on fire. Like, ugh.
Welcome to Final Fantasy, everybody that left.
Yeah, no kidding.
I laugh so hard because I still have a character account and people can't even, like, get in.
R.I.P. Final Fantasy players.
I have a funny meme that's, like, Yoshi P, like, the producer, like, crying. It's, like, suffering from success because they had to stop selling the game because it's so fun.
I like the meme of World of Warcraft being the Titanic sinking, and then not enough lifeboats because they can't get into Final Fantasy 14.
That's really good.
Piloting the lifeboats, like...
It's like, sorry guys, like, you should have jumped earlier.
Well, and, like, Anthony was super pissed because there was a while there we were trying to get everybody and their moms to play FF14 and nobody was interested, and then we're just like, okay, now look at you bitches.
Sorry, I'm hopping back on Guild Wars, so...
That's right.
Well, the new content's coming out, and the beta for those classes were super fun.
I mean, it's sad. I mean, Warcraft was always, like, my home.
Same. I'm sitting next to Vol'jin right now. Like, well, it's kind of like Harry Potter. The creators just love to destroy their work and set it on fire. Yes. But I'm hoping, they do eventually make the CEO and all of his Goonies leave, and there's new people. Because, I mean, it's Blizzard, so think about how many things Blizzard touches that they just have a chance to just destroy. It's not just World of Warcraft. There's so much shit. So...
No, so many of my favorite games. Diablo, StarCraft, Overwatch is a huge thing.
Isn't Magic the Gathering?
No. That's Wizards of the Coast. That's the same people that own D&D.
I don't know why I thought they were part of Blizzard.
Nope. I mean, Hearthstone's...
Yeah, they wouldn't make Hearthstone if they owned Magic.
Oh, duh! That's right. I'm dumb. But yeah, so, I don't know. But anyways, back to the movie. Sorry.
Okay, so I guess I had like a point, like, to come off of our last point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, like, we were saying originally, like, how I, like, don't think I could ever be invested, even though I, like, love Soul Calibur or something, I still wouldn't be into a Soul Calibur movie the same way I'm not into a Mortal Kombat movie. But that still is, like, it doesn't, like, explain why, like, games that I think would translate well into movies, like, never do.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I can't think of anything. You'd expect, like, Final Fantasy. Like, they had great, like,
super story-driven
RPG, story-driven, and that movie they made was shit.
But the video game's like a movie itself. Because there's so many,
That's
like,
thing,
cinematics
but...
I know, but doesn't that mean that then it should have been a good movie? Because then you just take out all, like, the running around, and it's still shit?
Which Final Fantasy movie are you talking about, specifically?
Well, the original one, Spirits Within, just because that was original. But that was, like, animated. I do recommend Kingsglaive. These are still, like, animated. They're not live action, but they have, like, famous people voice acting for them in Kingsglaive. I highly recommend that. That's, like, a prequel to Final Fantasy 15, which... contrary to opinion, I loved. I've never been, like, so attached to characters. I, like, sobbed during that game. It was definitely not finished.
Oh.
Which was sad. But they added to it at the end, you know what I mean, with all their episodes, but that should have been in the game, which is bullshit. Like, and you almost have to watch Kingsglaive also to understand Final Fantasy 15, which I also think is
you shouldn't have, like, required research for the game you're playing.
Yeah. No, you do, and you do in that game, and maybe that's why that movie is good, because it was actually technically part of the game, so I don't even know if it counts. Because, they were trying to supplement on the side. Like, sneak in projects to be like, here, go read this lore, or, like, go watch this movie, it explains the game, because we can't fit it in the game type thing. So maybe that's why that's, like, the only thing where it's like, okay, that was good, because that was, like, a video game, but just the cutscenes. If it was a Final Fantasy, just the cutscenes. But when they tried to do that standalone project, it was shit. Even when I was, like, 12. It was
you
bad.
See, like, baby Sam just sitting here, this is shit.
Unbelievable.
No, like I was so excited, and then I'm like, what is this?
Just completely disappointed.
Like, let's talk about Resident Evil. You had a really good story. Creepy as fuck story. And then it's like, let's make a movie and just destroy it. And make the most shittiest, dumbest fucking plot and continue with it.
Let's make,
and make no sense whatsoever. And just... fucking horrible. Yes.
Agreed. Like, that one should be good, right? Like, in theory, if you just go through
because Resident
the
Evil
narrative
is fucking
of the game,
creepy
it's
as
amazing.
shit. Like, I was like, ooh, a movie, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, just an underground, like, cyber mansion. I mean, it's super 2000s, like, just future stupidness.
Edgy.
Yes,
they wanted to be
Here's
edgy.
some nipples.
They saw the Matrix. They got too many ideas.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I will say, I think that's why I hate her, though. I think that's why I don't like that actress, because I saw that movie and I was so mad.
Oh,
you
that's
blame
possible.
her. Like, it's your fault.
I think it's just, like, bad association. Like, from that point on, like, it ruined my childhood.
They're coming out with a new Resident Evil movie. It's called Raccoon City.
Isn't it out now?
Is it?
I haven't seen it.
Now. So is it? I'll have to watch it. I should have watched it for this, man. But
I think it's in theaters.
It looked promising. Oh, is it?
We can make an amendment to the next.
I swear I saw something about it when I was just in theaters to see Spider-Man. Maybe I was either seeing it coming soon or I saw a listing for it. I swear I saw a listing for it, though.
But yeah, that makes me mad. It's like, that's the type of game, though.
Like, you've got good material. It should translate. But
why aren't you just following?
Oh, it's been out. It was released on the 24th of November.
Oh, shit.
That's not great that you're not hearing much about it.
Oh, 29% rating.
Yeah. Oh, no!
That's good.
They did it again.
This is our next girl.
5 out of 10 for IMDb. So sounds like a great time.
We can do a review episode.
Oh my god, it's literally.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, you guys. It's like, there's such good content from Resident Evil. How do you keep making such shitty fucking movies? Just be creepy. Just atmosphere. Boo. Like
just make a Leon Kennedy film of him running around in Resident Evil 4 to the plot line. I will watch it. It's not hard.
So, like, I'm a coward. I can't watch the scary movies. I can't play the scary games. But, like, the stories are so good. So I get sucked into those fan wikis.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Right? So I got lost on Resident Evil. There is some absolutely scary shit in there. I don't understand.
But speaking of that, you guys, an Outlast movie.
I would die. I would die of terror.
No.
It would be like a 4D experience.
They'd make it shit. That's what would happen. They would be like, oh, Outlast in a...
They make you shit?
No, it would be like shit. It'd be like, oh, so Outlast is a creepy game in a criminal asylum.
They just totally fuck it up? Yeah, sure.
Let's make it so it's in like a shopping mall that gets shut down and there's some kind of
something like that.
I wonder...
During Christmas.
I haven't heard any more news about the Five Nights movie that was supposed to be being made by...
I haven't heard anything about
that. Was out with...
No, it's still in production hell.
Didn't somebody big buy
Jim Henson's Muppet, factory was supposed to be making the animatronics, so I was like, oh.
That sounds terrifying, then.
Yes. So the one with Nicolas Cage is not Five Nights of...
It's like a parody almost.
That's not the real thing. Yeah, they actually bought the rights to make a real movie.
If it has Nicolas Cage, I can't go.
Yeah, you can.
No.
If it has Nicolas Cage, I can't go. That's my rule.
No, he is the national treasure. We love Nicolas Cage.
Him and
my rule for films, I cannot go if it has Nicolas Cage.
Dude is such a psycho. I love him.
Him and Bruce Campbell, best B-boys.
Yep.
Okay, that's also
put them together.
Yes. Oh, they should do a movie together. Oh,
I have to leave this.
Oh my god!
I have to leave this.
I'd be so happy.
No. We're writing great shit, Jenny.
Yes.
So,
I'm just gonna keep drinking my Diet Coke.
On the flip side, talking about two properties that I really liked for video game adaptations. Detective Pikachu.
So fucking good. Yeah.
And as I probably said on the podcast before, Arcane. Even though it's not a movie, but it's a miniseries.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, well, if you're going to say Arcane, I'm going to say The Witcher.
Okay.
True. Yeah. So this brings up a good point. Are video games better done as series?
Yeah.
I mean, The Witcher is fantastic.
Because then you have more time, and you don't have to shove everything in a movie.
Hold on. Is The Witcher a video game adaptation or a book adaptation?
A movie, a book adaptation. Yeah, I would say... No, it did
follow. It's more of a book.
Didn't they go after more after the book than
it's
they
more
did
after
video
the book.
Games, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would say it's more technically the book then.
Get you a lead actor or actress who legitimately loves the material that they're doing.
Henry Cavill's a huge nerd.
But, that's the thing, too. Interrupting real quick, sorry for the tangent, but,
No, sorry.
So you've all heard me talk on Borderlands.
Yeah.
And what we're going to be doing
I forgot about that.
Ooh, I forgot about that, too.
They're, I'm going into it negative because that's my life, but, I do have hope that it's good just for the general public. I hope it's, a fun action movie. Do I expect it to be like the game? No. But what I worry about is you've got all these huge names in there. Do any of them actually give a shit about the material? That's my thing.
Here's my question. Circling back to, Detective Pikachu and Arcane. Detective Pikachu, I love Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Arcane, League of Legends is the devil. So, but both of them...
Yeah, League of Legends is awful. Everybody can agree.
Yeah,
but, what they both have in common is they took source material and they did something new with it. Because neither of them really have a huge lot to do with the game properties they were based on.
That's true.
That makes,
And they just had really good writers.
Yeah,
to flesh out a good story. Yeah.
Yeah. Arcane, animation, crazy good music, crazy good story. They took these characters that I tried to look to see if there was backstories that they were based on, and there was not a lot there. Mm-hmm. And they just made this huge, awesome, really good story out of it.
I still have to watch that, even though I'm not a League of Legends fan.
And that's why I didn't watch it, because I was so, I hate League of Legends so much that I was I don't want to watch anything that has to deal with it. So,
but their character design is so
I know
good.
you see the character design, you're oh, and then you see the gameplay, you're oh.
And then you see the community and you're oh.
Yeah.
You hear people hype this show up when they have literally nothing to do with the game itself. I've never played it. Will I give the show a try? Yeah, because I've heard good shit about it.
It's fantastic.
And I guess that's kind of your end game. When you want to do something like that.
When we talk about Detective Pikachu, though, I feel like it's almost like Nintendo wouldn't let it fail or something. So I would have to, see, who they hired. I haven't, researched, who, was all behind.
Ryan Reynolds, first of all.
Detective
Pikachu. Well, exactly. You can't...
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I mean, besides that one movie, you
Most
can't
of the
really go
time.
wrong besides Green Lantern.
They put the money in, though. The animation.
I still liked Green Lantern.
It wasn't bad. It was just.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds can make a bad movie okay. You know,
he's
like,
just a good actor.
Yeah. Everybody thought it was horrible, and I was like, I didn't hate it.
I didn't like it. It was just a movie.
Great.
It didn't know what it wanted to be, but...
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, too. Ryan Reynolds is a big old fucking nerd. What do you know?
But Detective Pikachu, like, you know, once again, like, took a whole video game world, made their own story. Little cheesy, little, you know, for the kids, but the animation was there, the comedy was there.
They played it up for the older generation of Pokemon fans and the younger, because it was like, oh my god, I get to see Charizard in, like, fake real life? That's so cool.
Like,
you know?
the animation was crazy.
Oh, I mean, that was a nerd's wet dream right there. I mean, oh my god, it was
I was definitely a stereotype and watched it on the way to Japan.
You weeb!
You would.
It was free. It was a free movie.
Well, of course it was, Sam.
I mean, honestly, I think out of all the video game movies, that's probably one of the best ones, because it's just so rewatchable. It's so good.
I am dying to see what happens with the Uncharted movie. I have high hopes for the Uncharted movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
very excited. My husband's very excited. So, yeah, he's actually
now that we know it's a prequel,
now.
Not as like uncomfortable
I know.
with babyface
so
Tom Holland.
Yeah. When you see him with like his clothes off in Spider-Man, you're like, oh, this makes me feel weird because you're like a young lad. I don't know. How to feel
it's
now.
like you're very attractive, but I am older than you.
Old as fuck.
He just has such a baby face for me.
Yeah,
that's
what it is.
He's not that young. He just looks that young.
And he looks young. Did you see his shoot in, like, it was, like, Vogue or something, and they were, like, trying to make him look, like, very, like, older and sexy, and I'm like, this ain't working for me. Like, you still look like a baby.
He just has a really young face. I don't...
Yeah, and kind of a young personality.
Like, he's trying so hard to be serious, like, in these photos, you know, he's trying so hard to be, like, brooding and, like, whatever. I'm like, I don't see you that way, just because you're always
so
just,
happy,
like, funny.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, so I feel like he'll do justice to Uncharted, because, and he's kind of got... Nathan Drake kind of has a similar personality where it's kind of sarcastic, funny-ish, and then a little bit of seriousness at times. So I think he's going to do really good with it.
I mean, he's got to get older at some point. Some point it's got to happen to him.
He'll get there someday.
So
who knows? I'm not convinced.
He said he wants to take a break from acting, though. And they've got him slated.
Family.
Good.
With who?
But you know what, though? Good. So he doesn't, like,
he probably has
burn
enough
himself
money.
out, and, you know, he can come back strong whenever he's ready. I think that every actor needs to do that.
Well, I'm sure, like, that whole, it's overwhelming, right?
They've got him so locked into, they said they got him contracted for some more Spider-Man movies, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why it's like, maybe I'm not going to take on anything else, because he's already going to make enough, like, more
Plus
than
those
enough money
big
to be
action
fine.
movies have to take so long to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. There's got to be
Yeah.
so much involved.
Well, and he's got to
that.
probably work out so much and, like, be so fit, which is so hard to do. Because I remember, like, Chris Hemsworth saying how hard it was to keep in shape for Thor.
Yeah, they were always complaining that they're, like, starving.
I think he said,
and stuff.
he said
so
he had to
hungry.
eat, like, 5,000 calories a day. He said all he did was
God.
have to eat for Thor to bulk up. Yeah.
Jesus.
I guess it's the women then, because it was Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider that she was like, I'm like, if you like, you look so fit, she's like, I'm fucking
let's
hungry.
talk about Tomb Raider.
Yeah. So
I barely remember those.
I watched the first one
honest.
as a kid with literally no exposure to any of it, and I
thought they were probably pseudo well received.
Yeah, I wanted to be an archaeologist, so I was kind of like biased towards semi liking it. Like I remember kind of liking it, but I was also very young, and I haven't.
She was a good casting choice too. I feel like she did like.
Yeah, she did.
Look like the character.
She was a good Laura
I feel
Croft.
like she was a big choice at the time, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. So one video game that was adapted into a movie, which I thought they did a really great job with, was Silent Hill. It was creepy. It had kind of like the Silent Hill, just creepy.
I know I saw it, but it didn't stand out to me.
Really? Oh, it's so good because they stayed true to the just with Silent Hill. It's kind of like psychological a little bit. And just like the atmosphere, they stayed true to that. They changed the story up a little bit. They kind of took bits and pieces from a couple of video games. I want to say which is the one with a guy? Because there's a circus one. I can't remember. I think they took a little bit from 1 and 2, I want to say. I haven't played those in 800 million years. But it was really good. I really liked it. And it was creepy. That's what I liked about it. And Pyramid Head was so fucking creepy. And like when the alarm goes off and you suddenly are into this creepy version of Silent Hill, it looks like a bloody hellscape, and it's so cool. And I thought they really did a good job. The second one, you could tell they just wanted to make a second movie, but did not really have all the money that they needed. But that one still wasn't bad.
Suffered a little bit of sequel tiredness.
Yeah, but no, the first Silent Hill was really good, like really gory. One of the characters gets ripped in half by Pyramid Head. It was so cool. I'm a big Silent Hill fan, gleeful. And I thought. I'm sorry.
I know I saw it, but like I don't remember. I remember liking it.
I went in worried because I love Silent Hill so much, and they did a really, really good job with it. And please, please, please bring Silent Hill back.
Rest in peace. R.I.P. in peace. You're never coming back, Silent Hill.
Someone bring Silent Hill back, please. I'll be so
They don't
happy.
care. They need to make more pachinko machines, Jenny.
No pachinko.
That's the only
What
Silent Hill.
was the demo that got pulled? Wasn't that Silent Hill?
PT. Yeah, PT.
Yeah, PT.
Yeah. Which was, oh my god, Sam and I were trying to play it. We
were talking to the baby, like, in the controller for hours.
It was, like, super creepy, and how the fuck people were able to beat it on their own, I have absolutely no idea. You have to be...
It was the Reddit community,
it's
man.
like some genius level shit, having to beat that trailer.
They were, like, probably all online being like, yo, I talked to the baby 3 times, now what?
Yeah.
That demo was so popular. How did that game not get made? I never followed the story of it.
So something happened right between...
Pachinko machines.
No, something happened between the creator, what's his name? Help? Starts with an H, right?
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima.
Hold on.
Is it?
I gotta look
okay.
now.
But I think something happened to him and the company, like, I don't know, they parted ways. And so
they pulled an Avatar The Last Airbender.
That got trashed.
They, like, fired him, right?
That got trashed for the Postal Service game, which was so stupid. I did not like it. I'm sorry, whoever liked that
Kojima
game.
Productions.
Okay.
Kojiro Toyama
okay.
and Kojiro Productions. So, did they, like, get a divorce?
Yep.
I think
they had a divorce.
so.
He was, like, one of their biggest people. He made, like, all the Metal Gear shit. And, so he was, like, a big name for the company. They had, like, creative disagreements, I guess. He's a big boy, and I think they kind of wanted to do what they want, and he's a creative person.
I mean...
he went off and founded his own thing.
So I have mixed feelings about that, because it's like, yes, I wouldn't want them to shit on Silent Hill, but it's like PT that was released was so good. I mean, it obviously had a good direction that I feel like they were going the right way. But I mean, again, it's his creation, so I get it. But then you made that game where you just deliver things to people, and that's the game, and it's weird.
You're talking about Death Stranding?
Yes.
Yeah,
fuck
Death
that
Stranding.
game, man.
It was like what pizza delivery,
baby delivery,
boring.
Man.
Like I'm sure it was some kind of major artistic. I'm not artistic in that sense,
but it had our boy in it.
I can't look
Jenny.
at a blob and be like, it's the most beautiful fucking shit I've ever seen. So I'm sure
Jenny,
the video game itself
it had
was
our boy.
just so beautiful. I know our boy was in it.
Which one? Hannibal Lecter?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Hannibal fucking Lecter.
Yeah, my man.
He's okay. Have you seen his photo of him now compared to him at like 25? He looks the same.
He's
I'm
one
sure
of those
he
guys.
does.
He's the new Grindelwald.
Really?
Yes.
Which is like, come on, put Johnny Depp back on. Like,
didn't we already figure out he was the victim in that whole thing? Did they already prove
why
that?
is he still fired? I don't get it.
He's got too much baggage now.
I haven't followed.
That's what I don't understand is we figured out, yes, he was the victim, and yet now his name's just been like stricken from the record forever. Yeah.
At least he already has millions of dollars.
But yet they'll just keep doing fucking movies with Amber Heard, fucking Aquaman,
which I don't get because she's not good.
No, I didn't even know who she was before all that controversy.
Me neither.
Same.
Also, Aquaman made me literally vomit when I watched
From,
it.
like,
so.
how bad it was or motion sickness?
No, I mean, like, I was getting motion sickness, but I'm gonna blame it on Aquaman.
You're gonna blame it on Khal Drogo?
No, I liked him. I didn't like Amber.
Okay, I was gonna say, excuse me?
Yeah.
It was when he looked at her
Sarah's
that I vomited.
I love that man.
No, I love that man too. He's so genuine.
We need to somehow steal him from the DC universe and plop him into Marvel.
Let's have another simp episode.
That's
but
what this
for like
devolved into here at the end.
Simpisode.
Yeah, a simpisode, if you will. Yes, Shayna, trademark.
Final thoughts before we wrap it up.
Put more money into it. Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
I was going to talk about Monster Hunter. So
I didn't see it.
I saw it.
You couldn't because What's-Her-Face was in it.
Has my lady in it.
Yep. I feel like that was a really weird video game to try to make into a movie. Because Monster Hunter itself is not, like...
barely any story.
No, not a good...
like, no story at all. The story is, there are monsters.
We're there to fuck shit up.
I mean, so...
you kill shit.
And that's pretty much what the movie is. Here, we kill things. Here, we kill things. Here, we kill things. Done.
Wait. Wasn't it, like, the U.S.
Yeah, and then they had to put that in there? Why? Just make it Japanese medieval fantasy. It was fine that way.
Well, no, they explain it. But
I don't care what the explanation is, because it's bad.
I don't need an
But they had to explain how Mia Jovovich, whatever, got into it.
She could have just been a blonde medieval Japanese lady, whatever.
True. They could have just put a Japanese person in there and bing, bang, boom, done.
They had one Asian main character, right? At least?
Huh?
They had one Asian main character, at least?
Yeah, he didn't really talk. For a lot.
It seems racist.
That sounds right.
I don't know why, but it seems racist.
So like the movie itself was not great, but it was like not bad in terms of what a Monster Hunter movie would be, because I don't know what it was cool to see the monsters.
But it shouldn't be a movie.
Yes,
I don't think it should be a movie.
No.
Like it seems like a
cool
complete
to see
waste
the monsters,
of everyone's time.
and it was cool to see the little palicos. However, how they ended it, I feel like they could make a good second movie. But maybe make
you think
Asian
we're gonna give them a chance?
People talk and actually let them be part of like what the game is, not just here's all these white people.
I think what happened is like that Monster Hunter World made money, and they're like, we should make a movie right now.
Then hire a writer.
Like said, the Palicos were hilarious.
League of Legends had like no story, and Arcane was brilliant. It can be done.
Meowscular Chef was in
the
it.
Writers.
Get some good writers.
I'll watch it and get back to you, because I have to grade a lot tomorrow, so I'll watch it while I grade.
There you go.
Okay, good.
We're just gonna have to do a second episode so that we can say that we've watched these coming.
Yeah,
I'll watch
Raccoon
City.
Actually,
Sam will watch Monster Hunter. Shayna, you haven't talked about Super Mario Brothers yet, the other best movie in the world.
Yeah, it's nostalgic. You can't watch it again as an adult because it's terrible.
No, it's not. It's still it's not. It's still good. It's still
memories.
No. It's still good. Trust me.
Still good.
I'm gonna hang up the call.
No, it's still good in my
heart. Stop haterating all over the place. Stop it.
All right.
It's wonderful.
Go watch them. Give us your opinion. Tell us which one we missed, which one we did dirty.
Sonic.
Well, yeah,
Sonic.
we did talk about Sonic.
We missed Sonic.
Thanks for coming and putting up with us, listeners. Talk about the things we love, the things we hate. Our intro is provided by the Cinematic Noodle. You can find their band on Instagram at Arcade Mode MKE or on Facebook as Arcade Mode Band. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, all as Chaotic Nerdtral. Follow us for updates on upcoming episodes. We release usually every other week.
We try.
It's hard to wrangle 4 to 5 adults, but try our best. And I always let you know on social media when we get a new episode up. So thanks again for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.